Toad favourites about to come up. Sammy Highland for Pat Highland has been back right into $2.50 on Super Tab, about 6 to 4. Radiant Sword into $2.50 now, about to join them in the stalls. At the wheel, the inside runner, the starter making to the rostrum Heroes. They're just about right, although La Phantasma hasn't gone up. The warning light is there, signifying a start is not far away. Radiant Sword has settled down. At the wheel, the inside runner. Resendi in the all whites, a little bit toey in the stalls. And La Phantasma causing a bit of a problem for attendance here is still side on. The others look to be right. Violina was led up riderless. Attendance in the stalls with a couple of runners in the centre of the field. 1100 in the back straight. They go down the dip and make the turn at about the 450. La Phantasma and now Ritual Appeal. Now, I don't know whether it might have been in the stalls and come out or was obscured there, but it hasn't gone up. Concentrating on La Phantasma at the moment, fighting all the way. Peppermint Ranch, another of the first starters in the field, as is Ritual Appeal. So Ritual Appeal being trotted around behind the stalls here. I don't think there's a problem though. Attendance quickly coming out to lead Ritual Appeal up as La Phantasma settles down in the stalls. A little behind the advertised starting time now as Ritual Appeal comes up. Radiant Sword very short for the first. Sammy Highland's only ride here before going to Sandown. And the track is cleared. Radiant Sword has jumped best on the outside, beat them out a half to 3/4. On the other hand, at the wheel, the inside runner missed it by 4 or 5, and Lord Caramar was a little bit slow to begin. Spirito showing plenty of pace to go up and share the lead early, and La Phantasma is up in that bunch with Leadham. Radiant Sword has eased behind them now, running about 5th, and just ahead of it, Peppermint Ranch as they go down the dip. Lord Caramar, hard ridden, is making some ground from Anne of Halle, a length back behind those runners, then Ritual Appeal. 2 lengths back to Resendi, second last in the race is Violina, and after missing the start at the wheel is last of all Spirito, a half length. Devil's Playground moves to second past the 600. A length and a half back behind them. Guinea Gold's got inside runs, then came around the outside La Phantasma. Radiant Sword is tracking up 3 deep towards the lead near the turn. 2 lengths back behind them, ridden along Lord Caramar from Anne of Halle. Ritual Appeal's made some ground. Leadham has lost ground going to the inside on the turn. At the wheels past a couple, including Violina. Peppermint Ranch a mile back. Resendi last of all. Radiant Sword, the widest runner in the straight. Eden Devil's Playground go up to Spirito and thereby 3 lengths to La Phantasma. Still Lord Caramar makes ground from Ritual Appeal and Leadham getting up on the inside, but the favourite Radiant Sword given its head at the 200 by Sammy Highland, raced away from Devil's Playground. Lord Caramar keeps on coming, has been a big run, but Radiant Sword wins the first easily by 3.5 to Devil's Playground. Lord Caramar third, and at the wheel after missing the start has got 4th over Ritual Appeal, and Spirito, which has died a little in the straight after good pace. Violina and Leadham were back behind them from Anne of Halle. Then came La Phantasma. Peppermint Ranch was a mile back in the field with Resendi, and Guinea Gold's dropped out to run near last.
Number 8, Radiant
to Glen Express, Sporting getting back, and 2 lengths to Borges, given time to find his feet by Nickolick at the tail of the field. In the turn out of the straight inside the 1550, and the front runner is Timulac, moving up on the outside now to go to the lead from a Rapley. Padonomy is third on the outside of Airbird, a length to Share the Spirit. Edward Bray inside of Sound. Glen Express on the outside of Sporting, and 2 lengths away is De Borges at the tail of the field. They turn to the back at the 1300 metres mark, and Timulac in charge. Padonomy's rushed up to go to second. Third on the fence, a Rapley, a length away Airbird with the mouth open from Share the Spirit. Sound a bit better than centre field going around Share the Spirit from Edward Bray, then Glen Express. They were followed by Sporting wanting to tug for rain, and at the tail of the field is Dubourg. At the 900 metres mark, and Timulac found the paint, leads the way 1 length on Padonomy. On the fence, a Rapley third, Airbird fourth, Share the Spirit fifth, Sound sixth the outside. Glen Express in the orange colours and green cap going forward around the favourite. They were followed by Dubourg coming out 3 wide to start a run from Edward Bray, and Sporting has been relegated back to the tail of the field. 600 out. Timulac made play, a half in front of Padonomy, and moving up third is Airbird. On the fence, a Rapley. Sound in traffic, the centre starting to improve. Glen Express on a limb, 3 wide. Dubourg moving around Share the Spirit, Edward Bray and Sporting. On the bend, 350 to go. Timulac corners in front. Padonomy a length away, and here's Airbird letting down with a good run. They were followed by Sound, hooked to the outside, and a run for a Rapley in the centre. Timulac at the 200 metres mark in front. A Rapley could be the danger. Sound is taking all day to wind up from Airbird. Timulac in front. A Rapley trying hard. Sound and Dubourg later. Timulac in front, and Timulac wins. Timulac has won from a Rapley and Sound, a one-paced effort. Dubourg ran fourth, then Edward Bray and Sporting. Not far away, Airbird, Share the Spirit. Padonomy well back, and old Glen Express was last home. Number 6, the winner, Timulac. Beautiful ride by Dale Spriggs. He set him up towards the lead and he went to the front in the turn out of the straight, trained by Kevin Robinson, who had a win of the...
Track good, rail true, first of 8 about to get underway, 1400 the distance. Off and running in the first, and Rare Micah from the inside bounced away quickly with Red Spark. Promiscuous Action bounced away well. Then Fine Dig, Senegal out deeper from Cœur de Fou. Next in the field is Pearl Glow out deeper. Danzig Raider, Heavenly Command is one of the tail enders. Into the back they go. The favourite Promiscuous Action draws 3/4 in front. Now a link from Fine Dig and third Senegal. Trap deep is Danzig Raider. Rare Micah back on the inside of Pearl Glow. A link further back to Heavenly Command, Cœur de Fou. And about 2.5 to Red Spark last of all. Inside the 800 they run now, and it's Promiscuous Action headed off by Danzig Raider, who's gone right on to take up the lead now by 3/4 Promiscuous Action. A length and a half to Senegal third, 2 further back to Fine Dig. Then Rare Micah, Pearl Glow, Cœur de Fou, Heavenly Command, and last is Red Spark. Down to the 550, it's Danzig Raider and Promiscuous Action, the inside, 2.5 to Senegal. Next is Fine Dig. To the outside comes Pearl Glow. Rare Micah starting to struggle, followed by Cœur de Fou. Then Heavenly Command and Red Spark 6 lengths away up to the turn. Promiscuous Action regained the lead from Danzig Raider. Fine Dig out deeper. Here is Pearl Glow. And then Rare Micah in the straight though. Promiscuous Action drew about a length in front of Fine Dig. Pearl Glow's looking a threat on the outside. Promiscuous Action joined by Pearl Glow. And Pearl Glow took the lead. Promiscuous Action found nothing, and Pearl Glow raced away to win a length and a half on Fine Dig. Third, Cœur de Fou, and Promiscuous Actions missed a place. Then followed in by Danzig Raider, Heavenly Command next in, followed by Rare Micah, Senegal, and last was Red Spark.
Number 5, Pearl Glow at 3.30 and 1.50, defeating...
Extrinsic, clear favourite, $2 and $1.40. Axolotl at 4.20 and 1.30. Our next line of betting is now for number 6, Mr. Granada. He's continuing to firm in at 8.50 and 1.90. Now, Sacred Model, they've got it locked away. Took a little persuasion from the barrier attendants, but they have her in now. And they're ready. Extrinsic, the clear favourite, drawn 4. Attendants just getting out of the way there with Sacred Model. All clear now. And they're off. Extrinsic began fairly. Nasty Queen was slow to move. Kel Power out in a hurry. Axolotl began okay towards the inside. So did Mr. Granada, and Soviet Spice is showing a lot of pace. Oval Office settles at the rear, but they come down towards the 600 metres now. Axolotl through on the inside. With it is Kel Power. On their outside, Extrinsic. 4 deep, Mr. Granada, and Soviet Spice 5 wide. 4 lengths behind these horses then is Blue Murder. Then a gap to Oval Office, Nasty Queen, and back on the inside, Sacred Model. When they corner Axolotl, slipped about a half length in front of Kel Power. Extrinsic 3 lengths back under pressure. Mr. Granada's going past him, the favourite really struggling. Axolotl at the 200, about a half on Kel Power. 3 lengths Granada, Extrinsic, Soviet Spice. Kel Power moving up to Axolotl. Kel Power put the head in front of Axolotl, and then Mr. Granada. Kel Power a half in front, draws clear Kel Power. Kel Power beat Axolotl second, just held Mr. Granada. Then Soviet Spice running on well. Blue Murder, Extrinsic just behind those. Disappointing in the run home, found little. Then Oval Office, and there's a long break in the field to Nasty Queen and Sacred Model last. Kel Power, the winner, number 5, ridden by Danny Brereton, prepared by Brendan McCarthy. Photo for the minor end of the prize. 5 in a photo. They've run 53.3 for the 900 metres. Second goes to 6, Mr. Granada, after the photo. And third to number 1, Axolotl, so it's 5, 6 and 1 official. 5, 6 and 1, 53.3 the time. Kel Power, the winner. Mr. Granada's got second. I thought Axolotl might have held on the inside, but they've given it to Mr. Granada second.
Of race number 2.
Regal's the tote favourite. Away they go. Matoko Miss on the inside, a bit slow out. So Regal got a lovely run along the inside to join Bouchon early and Princess Aligo. Star of Steel is just behind them, and Video Babe caught wide on the track. Billy Fay and Do Your Dancer working through the field. Matoko Miss back on the inside from Star of Venice. Unravelled, losing ground back to third last now on settling. Second last on the outside is Little Clear. And last of all on the inside is Voltage Spirit. On the side, 7.50 to go. Star of Steel's working, but gets about a half length along neck on Sal Regal with the inside. And Billy Fay, the stablemate wide of Star of Steel is third. Length and a half to Princess Aligo. She's getting a lovely run fourth, and Bouchon now moves to its outside. Around the outside, Video Babe, while Do Your Dance is ridden along to go up along the inside from Star of Venice near the turn. Then Matoka Miss Unravelled. A couple Little Clear who's ridden along, and last on the inside, Voltage Spirit. Sal Regal, the tote favourite on the turn, 400 to go with plenty in the tank. Kicked away a length and a half to Star of Steel. Bouchon on the outside is running on. Do Your Dance got up on the inside. Princess Aligo running on fairly well. Sal Regal's not finding much. Bouchon goes straight to it at the 200 metre mark. Star of Venice is running on from Star of Steel, and right down the outside is Video Babe from Little Clear. It's Bouchon with the break inside the last 100 metres, racing away from Star of Venice, racing a little bit greenly, but Bouchon wins easily on the line by 3 to Star of Venice second, and Little Clear got third. Video Babe fourth, made ground from Star of Steel back along the inside from Unravelled and Matoka Miss, and Noah followed next by Do Your Dance, and then at the head of the others would have been Voltage Spirit. Princess Aligo's dropped right off in the straight, and well back towards the rear of the field there. One of the last to pull up, Sal Regal with Billy Fay.
Number 12, Bouchon, to pay 6.20 and 2.30. 7 Star of Venice, 6.30. And 2 Little Claire getting third at 3.70. It'll be 12.7 and tips 4.71. Now all set at Canterbury for the second. Once again is Terry Bailey.
Starter on his stand. And they're all set to jump. Fillies and mares, the gates open, and Green Diamond out in the centre, one of the first to get going. Larico and on the fence, Believable bounced away quickly. Believable's going to go through on the fence and lead the way, but moving up is Marlin, and from out wide, Frames Game dashing up 3 wide. Larico settles fourth. In trouble there, Nicole on the first bend. She ducked out, and she's starting to go around them quickly. They were followed by Cherokee Lass after jumping well. Green Diamond and Euro Dolls at the tail. Nicole fired up down the back at the 1100 metres mark, pulled away to the front, led 2 lengths to Marlin. A length and a half Frames Game, Believable fourth inside of Larico. A length away Cherokee Lass settling third, last 2 lengths to Green Diamond, and at the tail of the field is Euro Doll. At the 850 metres mark, and Nicole is freewheeling in front, led 2 lengths to Marlin. 2.5 away third on the outside, Frames Game around Believable. Larico outside of Cherokee Lass, and Larico starting to go forward around it now. 2 lengths away, Green Diamond and Euro Doll whip them in. Nicole the front runner, coming off the back at the 600 metres mark with 6 lengths first to last. Nicole 1 in front. Marlin is taking closer order to the outside, a length and a half to Frames Game niggled at. Believable on the fence. Larico about to come wide from Cherokee Lass, Green Diamond and Euro Doll. Nicole will turn first with Marlin about to level up. Believable back to the fence looking for a run. Frames Game and Cherokee Lass behind them, climbing back's about to get out from Larico. On the fence, Believable bursting through after Marlin. Cherokee Lass and Larico coming down the outside. Believable's hit the lead. Larico's starting to swamp it, with also coming home hard in the centre is Cherokee Lass. Believable in front. Larico lunged and got there, I think. Larico a whisker on the line to Believable, and Cherokee Lass third, but it's tight. They were followed by Frames Game, Euro Doll, Green Diamond. Marlin weakened out of it, and so too did Nicole. Judge calling for the photo.
Or is coming up with Costa Claire. Go Alone to get set with Wooden Horse, and Voodoo Ranch is the other one to come into position. An interesting little story here with Voodoo Ranch number 12. It's recently been transferred to the Wendy Kelly stable, formerly trained in Tasmania, and it's raced by the Woodland Stud Syndicate. Peter Woodard is the manager up there at Yallambie, and he's donating all winning proceeds that this horse earns, Voodoo Ranch, and it's going to the Bev Buckingham Fund, so certainly hope that it runs well for that cause. Now they're just about ready. Race 2. Favourite is Mr. Selby, trained by John Sadler. Resuming from a break, so too is Hardball. Now there's a bit of movement out wide. The line settles, 1,000 metres the distance. Set to go, field of 14, all clear is there. Racing. Oh, a few of them have dawdled out here. Mr. Selby was one of them, and so too Fleur's Pride and also Drink Girl. Beginning quickly is Hardball with New Caper and Hewler's Glory. Going through towards the lead, Victory Fire and Lordmore's about 5 deep. 2 lengths to Costa Claire. Then Gold Export, next Voodoo Ranch, followed then by Bolting. A length and a half to Mr. Selby, who's now up into centre field. Next is Wooden Horse, followed further back by Go Alone, Drink Girl, and last is Fleur's Pride. Down the side, Hardball just in front here of Lordmore. Back on the inside is Victory Fire. New Caper going through between them as they come up to the turn. 2 or 3 then to Voodoo Ranch and Mr Selby hooking deep, followed then by Costa Clare. Next is Gold Export with Bolding Wooden Horse as they turn for home. It's Hardball just in front of New Caper, Victory Fire, and Mr Selby's joining in now with 120 to go. Mr Selby goes up to Hardball, clear of Voodoo Ranch. Late is Bolding, but Mr Selby, after blowing the start, is racing away, and Mr Selby wins by 2 on Hardball. Third Voodoo Ranch, then Bolding, followed by Gold Export, Wooden Horse. A break then to Hewler's Glory, Costa Clare, New Caper. Then Go Alone, Victory Fire, Drink Girl, and Lord Moore was back at the tail. Bar one tailed off Fleur's Pride.
Number 7, Mr Selby, to pay $3 and $1.60 for Hardball, $1.60, with 12 Voodoo Ranch for third at $2.90. It'll be
Right on track. Cinnamon Cove and Sandridge Bay have gone in. There's only a couple to move along and we'll have them ready now. Easy have been Sandridge Bay and Cinnamon Cove. Gallaty's come in for support, and so too has Petite Falou on track. There's Mr Lomu going into the stalls. They're nearly ready to go. They await Rhodes, who's coming up now. Cinnamon Cove in 3. Sandridge Bay stood well 4. Gallaty near the outside. Melnamuka in the all-white. 3 from the outside. Looks set. 1,000 metres. All in, set and ready to go. Starter holding them here, light flashing. Off they go. Sandridge Bay and Cinnamon Cove both away well. Petite Falou jumped all right too, and Gallaty dropping in behind them early. Melnamuka showing all his usual pace at the 800 metres, has sped to the lead. It's Melnamuka, Captain Cortez wide out. Black Festival is sharing second placing with Blue Risk of the Rail and Petite Falou. Behind them a length away Gallaty. Then Cinnamon Cove through on the inside, 2 or 3 lengths to Rhodes. Sandridge Bay's drifted right back to second last, and 4 lengths Mr Lomu. At the turn, Blue Risk are pushing up on the fence. Petite Falou one out. Melnamuka out 3 wide as they corner. Cinnamon Cove's got up behind the leaders, followed by Black Festival, Captain Cortez, Gallaty, and a break still then to Sandridge Bay. At the 250 metres, Petite Falou race to the front. Cinnamon Cove on the rails. Here's Gallaty finishing well. Petite Falou the leader at the 200 from Cinnamon Cove. Gallaty, Black Festival. Sandridge Bay leaving it late. Petite Falou is tackled by Gallaty now. Petite Falou and Gallaty and Sandridge Bay swapping them out wide. Gallaty and Petite Falou, they hit the line. Photo between Gallaty and Petite Falou. Not much between them on the post. Third, we've got Cinnamon Cove, the rail, and Sandridge Bay from Rhodes, who's made ground. Back behind those to finish Captain Cortez, Black Festival. Melnamuka couldn't go on. Towards the end of the field was Mr Lomu, and Blue Risk has finished a bad last. It's another photo here in the third of the day. Gallaty grabbing Petite Falou, and on the post has got there. Number 4's got it, Gallaty, Peter Mertens. Number 6, Petite Falou, Brian Park second. Won a photo earlier in the day, but he's just been edged out here. Number 4, Gallaty getting it over 6, Petite Falou. And third to number 3, Cinnamon Cove with Sandridge Bay.
The grey, who's giving us this delay at the moment. What price is he? 150s with the bookmaker. So there's quite a few roughies in this race, where Speakers Bureau is going to run just the favourite in front of Montcalm Wolf and also Paper Trail. There's only a half point between the 3. And then we have a further point out to Bay Can Hero. The
All right, still this delay at Canterbury, although they've got the horse repaired now, shod. They've moved up pretty fast, though, at Tatura. So it looks like we're in for a clash with Canterbury. They're all set again. Back to Terry.
well behaved. And the starter moving up to his platform. Third of the day from Canterbury Park. They're all set. Tight betting race. They're racing. Sir Carbaroni fairly away, and Paper Trail went back to last on settling. Bay Can Hero clearly won the kick. He'll lead from $1. Montcalm Wolf wide out. Vincero with the gold cap, and on the fence Sir Carber punching through. A length away then is Chateau Danger. They were followed on the fence by Speakers Bureau. 2 lengths to Paper Trail and Fair Augustus at the tail of the field. $1 at the 800 metres mark is rushed up on the outside of Bay Can Hero, who looks to be doing it pretty easily. A length away is Montcalm Wolf. Further back Sir Carber the inside. They were followed Coco moving around them on the outside by Chateau Danger. Paper Trail the fence, then Vincero. Speakers Bureau's back second last with a fair deal of work in front of him, and Munster's coming deep, and 2 lengths away at the tail is Fair Augustus. On the bend at the 400 metres mark now, and Gibbons has a good grip on Baycan Hero. He'll turn in front of $1. 2 lengths Sakaba looking to come away from the fence. Had a bumping duel with Montcalm Wolf, and Speakers Bureau is now extricated to the extreme outside. Baycan Hero the first under pressure. $1's hit the lead. Montcalm Wolf's after him, and Speakers Bureau starting to wind up. Paper Trail late. Montcalm Wolf a dash to the front at the 100 metres mark. Drew clear from Speakers Bureau, and Montcalm Wolf's too good for Speakers Bureau. Beat him 2 lengths. $1 third from Paper Trail, and Chateau out wide on the track. Chateau Danger.
Girl, third Noble Universe. He's under the whip and has been wide all the way. Then Harriet Jet followed next in the race by Cold Snap with Coco, Hewless Jet, Lagerfeld, Pharaoh's Melody, Melrose Star and Mayfield back at the tail. Up to the turn, Christmas Candy with Norma's Girl. Noble Universe out deep is starting to labour now. Then Harriet Jet about to get out. Cold Snap around the field. Coco getting a run through in the straight. Christmas Candy just the leader from Norma's Girl. Noble Universe. Coco bursting through, and Hewless Jet is late. Taking the lead though, Coco with 50 to go from Christmas Candy and Hewless Jet, and Coco 3/4 to Christmas Candy. Third Hewless Jet, then Melrose Star and Mayfield, Norma's Girl. Then Noble Universe, Cold Snap, Harriet Jet, Lagerfeld, and last in Pharaoh's Melody.
Number 6, Coco at 361.50 will defeat 10, Christmas Candy, 220. With 11, Hewless Jet at $1.60, it'll be 6.10 and 11 after race 3 at Tatura. Now at Canterbury, happy connections there after the win by number 1, Montcalm Wolf, 3.10, 140. 3, Speakers Bureau, 140. And 7, $1 at 2.80, race 3 at Canterbury. Now at the Sunshine Coast, it's the updater shows as they're at the start. 2.85 for Exclaim, $6 for 3, Spring Fountain. 15, Strike Early. 6 is Lane Dunjane at 18. 7, Young Bravo, 3.85 and firming. 1, 6 and 2. Now let's go to Greg Miles for the running of race 4 at Sandown.
So 3 to move up and we'll have them ready. Love's Choice at $5, $5.40 for number 3, Britannica. $3.70 for number 6, Angel's Grave. On course, Love's Choice, an easing favourite, just ahead of Angel's Grave, little between them though. Now Britannica is coming in, and Lethal Viper is going to be the last to move in, riderless. Is Lethal Viper coming up riderless, Britannica going in ahead of her, and we'll have them ready. Easing favourite, Love's Choice. Angel's Grave, second pick. A lot of other chances in the race though. Nullarbell, Britannica, Fizzy Lizzie, and Flowing Plume is the value runner in the race. Still holding up at 8.90 and 2.40, but continuing to firm all the while. Here's Lethal Viper's rider, Shane Tronrod, climbing back aboard. And at the 1,200 metres, they all look set to go. Ready to break. All clear given, they're on their way. Beautiful start, Angel's Grove, one of the first out. Nullarbell heads her off immediately. Love's Choice jump well. Going forward in the early part, Bell's Pursuit to sit second, and they're followed then a little further back by Anagalia and Deep Dusk. But settling now at the 1,000, Angel's Grove goes through on the inside and joins the other one, Nullarbell, on her outside. A length and a half, Bell Pursuit over racing. Love's Choice around her fourth, 1 Fizzy Lizzie. A length Anagalia, Deep Dusk. A length and a half, Lethal Viper, who's losing a bit of ground at that turn, and going around the outside is Britannica, followed by Our Excellency. Flowing Plume second last, and Lethal Viper dropped out last, going poorly at the 600 metres now. And it's Nullarbell moving up on the outside to go to a half-length advantage over Angel's Grove. Love's Choice is right there third. Then Fizzy Lizzie and Bell Pursuit. The rest are headed by Britannica when they corner, and Flowing Plume pulls to the outside with Anagalia going up on the fence. Nullarbell shot to the lead over Angel's Grove, kicked out by 2 lengths. Love's Choice running on fairly, and then Fizzy Lizzie and Bell Pursuit, but it's Nullarbell at the 100-metre mark or 200, about 3 lengths in front from Love's Choice, who can't do any better. Fizzy Lizzie is raising an effort on the outside. The leader stopping Nullarbell. Fizzy Lizzie is swapping her. Fizzy Lizzie grabs the lead. Fizzy Lizzie's got up to win. Fizzy Lizzie beat in a photo either Love's Choice or Nullarbell, who walked the last 50. Then Angel's Grove, Bell Pursuit. A break Britannica, Flowing Plume couldn't produce. Behind her was Deep Dusk, trailed a bit further back by Anagalia, and then Our Excellency, and a very bad last, Lethal Viper. 4 Fizzy Lizzie has charged over the top of them to win.
Boardcoy Lucky couldn't cross, and Dugald kicked up on its inside to hold it out now, and they slacken off the pace. Pimento is pulling very hard. There's Just Love doing the same and going around them quickly there with Dawn on the Nile to put on more pace. Dropping back to about third last Dunwinnie, and getting up on its inside is at that stage Strictly Jazz, who's in that bunch as they go into the back section of the track at the 9.50, and Boardcoy Lucky leads by length. Dugald pulling second. They slacken off the pace again. Just Love third. Pimento is fourth. Dawn on the Nile is fifth, and Dunwinnie sixth, and Strictly Jazz is going up between runners there. In fact, drops out to be about 2.5 lengths last ahead of it, Mr. Magooly. Boardcoy Lucky given more rain at the 800, slipped away a length and a half to Just Love, sitting up on the outside of Dugald, and Pimento racing just a little off the track. Dawn on the Nile is travelling well, just off the lead, about 3 lengths back. Mr. Magooly getting up on the inside of Dunwinnie, and quietly ridden Strictly Jazz is now a length and a half last, 5 lengths off the leader. Boardcoy Lucky at the 600 by a good length and a half to Dugald with the inside running. Just Love is already hard at it, so is Pimento. Mr. Magooly looking for an inside run near the turn from Dunwinnie. Here's Strictly Jazz around the outside, and Dawn on the Nile just slightly cut out at the 400. Boardcoy Lucky leads by more than the length. Just Love gets a second wind around the outside. Strictly Jazz coming into it. Bermentor and down on the inside, Dugald and Mr. Magooly getting a split. Plenty of chances at the 300. Boardcoy Lucky giving a bit. Dugald the inside. Here's Strictly Jazz the outside from Mr. Magooly, and Dunwinnie might beat them all. The grey down the outside with a rattling run. Strictly Jazz went to the front. Dunwinnie's the widest runner. He's swamping them. Dunwinnie got up to Strictly Jazz, straightens up, starts to move away, and Dunwinnie by a length and a quarter. Strictly Jazz. Boardcoy Lucky a good run third, just in front of Dugald. Mr. Magooly walked in the straight, followed behind it by Bermentor and Just Love, and last to come past the post and well back too was Dawn on the Nile.
Number 4, Dunwinnie, at 7:52.20 finishes too well for number 1, Strictly Jazz 1. And they're almost set. Just have a quick look. There's Suzuka, $7. Now here's Terry Bailey for the 4th.
It first appears, set to jump. Racing. Eyes to Spy near the inside away, fairly out wide Express Odds, and Suzuka bustled out of the gate. She's going to lead. Express Odds second, Campfire Slave and Tough Monkey with the white cap going quickly over Princess on Parade, Gypsy Jess. Join the Fun settles 8th on the inside, starting to squeeze through from I Spy, Tranquil Lady. Well back in the field, Secret Scoop, then came joined and 2 lengths to Deveron Star. Suzuka was caught wide. She's now gone to the front at the 650. Campfire Slave second. Tough Monkey a neck away third. Princess on Parade with the black cap fourth. Then came out wide on the track Express Odds. They were followed by Gypsy Jess. Well back in the field, joined the Fun, who's been pushed back through the field. From Tranquil Lady, I Spy, Secret Scoop joined, and at the tail is Deveron Star. Suzuka the front runner on the bend, 350 out, led by a neck on Campfire Slave. Princess on Parade, 3 out and 4 out. Express Odds as they turn, and 2 lengths away to Gypsy Jess. At the 200, Suzuka in front. Princess on Parade, a bit of a danger. Princess on Parade after Suzuka, who's giving plenty. Suzuka in front. Princess on Parade is just about on level terms. She's coming home a fraction the better. Princess Parade got ahead in front, right on the line, and she won. Won by a half head on the line to Suzuka. 3 lengths away, Campfire Slave from Tranquil Lady, Tough Monkey, Gypsy Jess. They were followed well back in the field. Deveron Star joined the Fun, had no luck from Secret Scoop joined. I Spy second last, and last of all would have been Express Odds. Judge going for the photo. The heads are out of sync, but the other one looks to have just got there in the nick of time. Princess on Parade, ridden by Brian York, getting up to score. Perfect ride, back off the speed early. And Princess on Parade looks like she's just got there from Suzuka, who had to be bustled forward after beginning quickly from the good alley. But Princess on Parade has got there in the last stride to score. We're standing by for the numbers. They are not official as yet. Suzuka, she began very quickly from her near outside alley and showed terrific speed, but she was attacked most of the way. But coming around the bend, she booted clear. Princess on Parade looks certain to get past her, for sure and certain 100 metres out, but Suzuka wouldn't be denied. She kept kicking on the inside, and the judge has called for the photo. No number has yet been posted, so it's obviously very tight. No number semaphore here after the running of the 4th of the day between the one on the outside, Princess on Parade, Brian York, and the one back to the inside, Suzuka, ridden by Larry Cassidy. Now we're standing by for the number. Let's have a look at our replay. They've just passed the line on that replay we're looking at now. Third goes to Campfire.
And I just had a look at that photo. It was only a nose in it too at Canterbury. Now let's go off to Tatura for the running of race 4. Here's Adam Crittenden.
Racing, try miss, missed it about a length or so. Great War won the break with Toyana. Last Relita bounced away okay with Lady Atlantic, Loose Century, and deeper out on the course there is Golden Meteor. Then we're into Try Miss, and Roshi's Hope is back last as they settle down. 1100 out, Golden Meteor trapped deep. She goes on with the job and takes over to lead now. Great War is sitting second, third the outside Lady Atlantic, and fourth the rail is Toyana. A length further back in the race to Last Relita with Loose Century, a length and a half to Try Miss. Then Warinda, and last of all is the well-backed Roshi's Hope, about 8 to 10 off the lead. 800 to run in front, Golden Meteor, led by 2 lengths on Great War. Third, the outside Lady Atlantic from Toyana. Loose Century, 3 deep around Last Relita. A length then to Try Miss, followed by Warinda. And Roshi's Hope eases to the outside, and she's starting to creep into the race with 600 to go. Where the leader is Golden Meteor, 3/4 on Great War. Lady Atlantic starts to make her run. Then Loose Century, Last Relita's hard ridden. Getting around her is Try Miss, Roshi's Hope, and then followed further back by Warinda, and at the tail end of the field, Toyana on the turn, and it's Golden Meteor just in front of Great War. Then Try Miss, Lady Atlantic getting out. Roshi's Hope is too far back, and then Last Relita at the 120 though. Golden Meteor just in front of Great War. Try Miss is running on, but Golden Meteor's packing too many guns, I'd say. She's holding on, and Golden Meteor wins by just on a length. Second, Great War, and third, Try Miss. Then we're into Last Relita. Next in Lady Atlantic, a break to Roshi's Hope, Loose Century, and last in was Toyana.
Number 5, Golden Meteor, 5:51.80 over 2 Great War, 6:30, and 6 Try Miss, 2:90. 5-2-6 after race 4 at Tatira. Now Yarra Glen divs on the previous. 1 Solon, 161 even. 3 Foreign Embassy, 190, and 8 Madame Madonna, 130. Quinella paid 4.90, and the trifecta 1, 3 and 8, $10.40. Exclusion. 1, 3, 11, the tips from Peter Eustace in race 5, Stony Creek. Okay, Sandown, here's race 5, here's Greg Miles.
Now Invictane's gone in. He's been tried at longer odds. Carol Anza is set. This field looks ready to go. With Gold Robe coming in. It'll complete the lineup, Gold Robe on the outside. And they're ready and racing. Hot Taste, one of the first to bounce. Irish Peak, the one that missed it about 3 lengths. Country King gets back as well. Gold Robe, Hot Taste, the first couple out, with Baby Bomber slipping through on the inside. Brave Strike handy to the pace as well from Kaylee Moonlight. Lucky enough about the middle of the field. Fibbers got back in the ruck. It's Baby Bomber, the leader, settling down 2 lengths in front. Running second is Brave Strike. On the outside of him is Gold Robe on the improve. Followed further back, Carol Anza whipping around the outside. Paranoid is in the leading bunch of horses, and then lucky enough a length away. Diamond Duke on the rails, followed by Tycoon. Wide out one, Kaylee Moonlight. Invictane a half to Fibber. 2 lengths to Telbon Bow. And at the back of the field, going past 1,000 metres, Country King and Irish Peak. Baby Bomber prepares to take the field off the back straight. A length and a quarter, Carol Anza. Brave Strike third from Gold Robe. Tycoon out 3 wide going forward. 2 lengths Diamond Duke. Hot Taste outside him and Paranoid 3 wide. 1.5 lucky enough. A neck away on the inside Invictane. 2 lengths then Kaylee Moonlight. 1 to Fibber. 2 lengths further back in the field is Irish Peak, Telbon Bow and Country King a length away on the rails last of all. Before the turn now, and Baby Bombers come back to them, and Gold Robe and Tycoon race around the outside to hit the lead together. Hot Taste is there to challenge when they corner. Carol Anza and Brave Strike behind them. Lucky enough getting to the outside. Fibbers a long way back over near the inside rail. Gold Robe at the 300, 2 lengths now to Tycoon. Baby Bomber the rail and Diamond Duke. Lucky enough running on well. Gold Robe at the 200. Put out 2 lengths now on Lucky enough, and Diamond Duke giving chase. It's Gold Robe being tackled by Lucky enough on the outside. Lucky enough and has taken the lead from Gold Robe in the shadows. Lucky enough in front, and Lucky enough beat Gold Robe a half length. Diamond Duke third. Brave Strike and Irish Peak made some ground after missing the start. Next to finish in the field then Kaylee Moonlight, Fibber and Telbon Bow. Behind them Carol Anza, Paranoid, Country King out wide. Then Baby Bomber. They were trailed by Tycoon. Paranoid as well back. Invictane towards the end, and so too was Hot Taste. Lucky enough finishing strongly in the last little bit of the race to grab Gold Robe and take out the prize with Diamond Duke also there. But lucky enough...
Well, almost set for this, which is race number 5, as we take you back to Peter Eustace.
Gala's Son, about 440 and 450 for Persecute, so not much between the pair. And 790 for number 8 in the race, Cadwin, which has had good support. Musk Rose just pulling away at the moment. Firing Questions comes up now with Musk Rose. Still Red Ochre to move up. with Fashion Rack. About 4 to move in. Now Red Ochre coming up. Waiting on Fashion Rack. Stars Appear. 3 to move up. Stalwart's also back behind them. 4.30 for Gala's Sun, 4.50 for Persecute on the Super Tab as Firing Question settles down. Fashion Rack has gone up. Here's Stalwart coming along. And there's another one still to come up too here. And that was Stars Appear, which was the last one to go behind the stalls. Stars Appear coming up, just about set for a start for race 5 at Stony Creek. And away they go. Exceptional Rule of the inside jump well. Firing Questions walked out, missed it by 3. Red Ochre a bit slow to begin, and Musk Rose leads them early with Cadwin getting up its inside. Gala Sun is nice and handy early with Lee's Fiesta. Exceptional Ruler keeping the inside. There's Exclusion whipping around the outside. Persecutors midfield on the first turn. Arlington Row going past it. A length back in the field is Stalwart, and being restrained is Fashion Rack. Red Ochre's back behind that pack also with Stars Appear. And about 4 or 5 lengths last of all in the race is Firing Questions. Exclusion went to the front down past the 1200 into the gloom by a couple of lengths here to sitting second on the inside there of Arlington Row, who's whizzed around the outside of Musgrove's back to third. 3 or 4 lengths to Cadwin, who drops back to fourth now. Gala Sun's in a handy position with Lee's Fiesta going up on its outside. The pace is pretty good as they go into the dip. Stalwart is back behind those runners with Stars Appear going around the outside of Exceptional Ruler. Persecutors drifted back to about third last off that back turn there, being followed by Fashion Rack around the outside from Firing Questions, and Red Ochre's last of all. Arlington Row pulling very hard, went up and headed Exclusion as they went past the 800 metre mark. Getting off the inside, Stalwart and also Lee's Fiesta starting runs. Exceptional Ruler going around the tiring Exclusion, which is dropping out very quickly. They're bunching up. Cadwin's in that leading division. Persecute taken to the outside with Stalwart, and Red Ochre's running on quite strongly as they come to the turn from Firing Questions. Gala Sun on the inside's lost its posse. Exclusion is a bad last. Around the outside, Fashion Rack went up to Lee's Fiesta as they head towards the outside from Cadwin. Arlington Row cut the corner with Musgroves, and down the centre Lee's Fiesta, Exceptional Ruler, and wider out Persecute here as they come to the 200 metre mark. The outside might be just in front. Cadwin is coming hard with also Fashion Rack. They get clear of Lee's Fiesta. Arlington Row back along the inside. Cadwin, the extreme outside, though, is racing away in the closing stage. It's the place to be out wide. Cadwin races away, well supported, scored by 3 lengths here. Now Fashion Rack will get second. Persecute's got out at the outsides, run third over Stalwart and Lee's Fiesta, and also Firing Questions made ground from Red Ochre. Back behind those runners, Exceptional Ruler, Arlington Row and Musk Rose, which stuck to the inside. Stars Appear well back. Gala Sun has dropped off, and the early leader near last, Exclusion.
And number 8, Cadwin, coming right down the outside. Now, as we take you back to Adam.
Prize Hike out the back shortly after the start. Harry's Creek Road, one of the first away with Let Me Pass, Elsa Mill and Belsura. Then Hunker Magic, Minyara's Boy deeper out from Prize Hike. Second last in the race is Bob's Gallery, and at the tail is Shy Nick. They travel up towards the 1200 in front. Harry's Creek Road led by a length on Elsa Mill. Third is Prize Hike. Fourth, Belsura. And a little bit deeper is Let Me Pass. A length away to Hunker Magic on the outside of Bob's Gallery. Second last, Minyara's Boy. And last is Shy Nick, who's about 7 lengths off the lead. Towards the 1000 in front here is Harry's Creek Road, led by a length on Elsa Mill. Third is Price Hike, and fourth, Let Me Pass, is enjoying a good run. Fifth is Belsura, a length away to Hunker Magic. Minyara's Boy out deep, followed by Bob's Gallery, and last is Shy Nick. 800 to run. In front, Harry's Creek Road, led by 2 on Elsa Mill. Third, Price Hike. Fourth is Let Me Pass, and then Belsura with Hunker Magic about 5 off the lead at the moment. Minyara's Boy around him. Second last now is Shy Nick, and at the tail is Bob's Gallery. Down the side, Harry's Creek Road, 3/4 Elsa Mill, who's ridden up. Out deeper comes Let Me Pass now from Price Hike. Harry's Creek Road is skipped away a little bit here up towards the turn. Hunker Magic is hard ridden, then Minyara's Boy and Belsura. This favourite struggling at the 300 metre point. Harry's Creek Road 2 in front of Let Me Pass, and then followed on the inside there by Elsa Mill, but it's all Harry's Creek Road at the 150. He's 2 clear of Let Me Pass. Belsura late on the scene. No Hunker Magic today, but it's all Harry's Creek Road, and Harry's Creek Road will lead from go to woe. Harry's Creek Road a length and a half to Let Me Pass, and third Belsura. Then Shy Nick, followed by Elsa Mill. Next in was Bob's Gallery with Price Hike. Hunker Magic, the top weight's only beaten one in, and that was Minyara's Boy.
Number 4, Harry's Creek Road, too good for them. 4.90, 160. Over 3, Let Me Pass, $1.50. At 8, Belsura paying $1.90 after race 5 at Tatura. previous at Canterbury. 2 Cherubian, 190, 140. 4 Mastery, 310. And 5 Freeport, no third. Quinella paid $5.10. And the trifecta of 2, 4, 5, $35.30 on race 5 at Canterbury.
Previous race on the card. One to follow, no doubt. Now, Mowat Man's moved in. Arabian Magic is coming along. Arabian Magic linked in, so they're all in, set to go. Transgress well tried, but an open race. Off they go. Beautiful start too, and one of the first to break the line, Arabian Magic in company with All of Blur, and Reneg down near the inside going through to lead, and then the Sting, a length and a half, Transgress, followed by Mowat Man and Chemistry. It's Reneg at the 1200 metres, 3/4 on All of Blur. Pace nice, 2.5 to the Sting. Arabian Magic now ahead away fourth, and then 2 lengths Transgress, who's happy to race 3 deep at the moment around Mowat Man and Chemistry on the rail. At the 1000 metres, and Reneg the leader, out by a neat length to All of Blur, a length and a half the Sting on the inside, Arabian Magic on the outer, and then 2 lengths Transgress, 3 deep around Mowat Man and Chemistry. Off the back at the 800, and Reneg the leader hasn't gone quickly, leading a half All of Blur, and 2 lengths back Arabian Magic ahead the Sting, and then Transgress moving up, 1.5 to Mowat Man and 1 to Chemistry at the 600 metres, and the leader is Reneg, a half All of Blur, a length and a half now to Arabian Magic, who's gone up third on the outside of the Sting, and then Transgress, Mowat Man and Chemistry when they corner, leaving the fence at the 400, Reneg by a length and a half, All of Blur. Chemistry going through on the inside. Arabian Magic called on for the run. Transgress dropped back to last. Reneg nearing the 200 metres as the leader from All of Blur, trying hard under the whip. Chemistry battling along on the rail. Arabian Magic and the Sting are coming home. It's Reneg the leader, 100 out. He's tied. He's a length and a half in front. Arabian Magic coming at him. It's Reneg tackled by Arabian Magic. Reneg ahead in front and held on. Reneg beat Arabian Magic. Now, Transgress ran on well. Might have grabbed third from the Sting. There's not much between those two. They were clear of Mowat Man, Chemistry and All a Blur. Number 1, Reneg, holding on to win.
And we take you back to Peter Eustace.
Eagle comes up without the blinkers today. And we're waiting on Andrastad and the last one, Gentle Habits, and we'll have them set 2100 metres. Start at the top of the straight. The judge on the circuit here as we wait for Andrastad to join them. Gentle Habits has gone up. You're a Legend, almost conspicuous or unreadable, the colours in the gloom here. You're a Legend, the green, the dark green. The light is on, the warning light to say they'll be on their way shortly. Starter just holding them there. Arden Street's drawn the inside and is pretty short on the tote at 240. Wants to throw their head around in the stalls. Jumped okay with Gossips and also Les Vice Ruler. Blue Biscay hooked out after the start. Scotch Eagle. Here's the leader, Gentle Habits, going very hard down the outside from You're a Legend. And Andrastad is restrained back to last. He'll be in front of the 200 metre mark the first time. Gentle Habits quite easy. Crosses and leads by a length and a half to Les Vice Ruler. And Gossips wants to race harder on the inside, pulling. So is Blue Biscay going up 3 wide. Scotch Eagle is back on the outside of You're a Legend. A length and a half to Arden Street, who's wandered back to second last. The pace is good though. Blue Biscay wants to race up on the outside of Gentle Habits. Andrastad is last as they race out of the straight. Blue Biscay at the 1600 swings wide, gets almost a length in front of Gentle Habits with the inside running, and 1 to Les Vice Ruler. Gossips has settled down better now, length and a half away fourth. 2.5 to Scotch Eagle being ridden in behind with You're a Legend. 5 to Arden Street quietly ridden, and 1.5 to Andrastad last of all at the 1400 though. And the grey Blue Biscay leads them clearly by a length and a half to Les Vice Ruler, who's pulling up on the outside of Gentle Habits. A length and a half to Gossips running nicely fourth. About 2 lengths back is Scotch Eagle. You're a Legend sneaking up on its inside at the 1200, and Andrastad's gone up on the outside of Arden Street, 3 lengths behind the other pair in front of them, and they're about 6 lengths off the leader, Blue Biscay. 3/4 to Les Vice Ruler, who's getting closer in the back straight at the 950, a length and a half away third as Gentle Habits hasn't spent a penny. Gossips comes off the rails and moves to fourth, it's outside, 2 lengths to Scotch Eagle making ground with You're a Legend. Andrastad's gone past Arden Street, a length last of all, but quietly ridden about 5.5 off the leaders. Blue Biscay and Les Vice Ruler match strides at the 800. Gossips is going quickly on the outside to make a line of 3, a length and a half to Scotch Eagle. Gentle Habits is now losing ground. You're a Legend going past it. Then came Andrastad, and about 4 to Arden Street is being ridden pretty hard. Les Vice Ruler dashed to the front of the 600, a length to Gossips. About 4 lengths back, You're a Legend is still running on with Gentle Habits. Blue Biscay is dropping off. Andrastad about to go past it from Scotch Eagle, and 6 or 7 under the whip. Arden Street couldn't possibly win. On the turn, 450 to go, and Les Vice Ruler travelling as well as anything by a length and a half to Gossips. 2.5 to You're a Legend's going to cut the corner, but now drifts out with Gentle Habits, and Androstad's made a lot of ground from Scotch Eagle, and back behind them Blue Biscay and Arden Street not in the race. The widest runner, Les Foss Ruler, at the 300 by more than a length to Euro Legion. Now here's Androstad switching to the extreme outside and running on strongly from Gossips. Les Foss Ruler in front. Androstad right down the outside, running well, is starting to swamp them. Les Foss Ruler in front. Androstad the outside, going home by far the better. Right on the outside rail, Androstad wins by a length and 3/4. Les Foss Ruler. Gossips may have just got third over Euro Legion. A big gap to Gentle Habits and Scotch Eagle, about 10 away to Blue Biscay, and Arden Street has run last of all.
Number 4, Andre Stad, paid 4.10, 160. Great shot of Santa in the crowd at the end there. Levros Ruler 2.10 and Gossips 140. 4-2-1. There's very strange things going on there. Now, Yarra Glen, the commissionary at 63. Franco Aldante at 140. My one-man band at 10. Titan Abel at 16. 19 Fast Ferguson, the Widow's Might at 470. Very short is the 3, Franco Aldante. Now, some late mail from Nick Robin in race 6. Number 2, Zamalane. Chris Muntz, the rider, and it's showing at 350. Zarouche 690, Zamalane at 350. Lax the Music 450, September Mist 410. Balciano Miss at $12, Untrue at 13. Prevailing Night at 17. And 13 for Cappuccino Kid. Tips there from Greg are 1, 2, 3 in race 6. They're getting set for the Christmas Cup at Yarra Glen as we take you back there. And once again, here's Lachlan McIntosh.
Stands are back, they're away and racing in the Christmas Cup. Franco Aldente, the favourite, went away well, galloping from the inside. The commissary also Just Baz in a gallop. The Widow's Might back in the field got past it, but the favourite, Franco Aldente, rolled to the front of the judge on the first occasion with 3 laps to go, leading by about 4 metres now. Tight Able is moving up on the outside fast to sit second at the leader's wheel. Well Hella Fella went away well and is now trailing the favourite third. Then came My One Man Band, who's in the running line. He's at the moment 1-1. 3 wide on the track, pressing forward. Fast Fergus around it. Over on the inside, the commissary driving up on the inside, and still about 15 or 12 metres away now to the Widow's Might, chasing hard. He'll tack on shortly the back marker, and about 30 metres away out the back is Just Baz after a bad getaway. Heading down to the 2.5 lap mark in the Christmas Cup, and the leader is doing it well. The short-priced favourite, Franco Aldente, leading by 2 metres. Up on the outside now, Fast Fergus moves to the leader's wheel, giving Tight Able a 1-1 sit fourth. Still trailing the leader third, getting a good run. Here's Well Hella Fella. The commissary racing 3 back along the rail. My One Man Band 3 back in the running line in turn, and now here goes the Widow's Might out 3 wide. He's making a move. Tight Able though popped out of the 1-1 to move 3 wide ahead of it, so he's about to go up and sit outside of Franco Aldente where he was a lap ago as they head past the mile marker. Second last now My One Man Band, and Just Baz tacking on last, heading toward the back straight in the Christmas Cup, and they've been chopping and changing up outside of this leader, Franco Aldente, who rolls to the back straight, doing it well. He leads by 5 metres to Well Hella Fella, who's enjoying a good run on his back. And now the Widow's Might, the back marker, is striding around a second, placing out 3 wide. So again, Tight Able, 1 out, 1 back and fourth. Over on the rail, 3 back, then came the commissary. Fast Fergus is 3 back in the running line. In second last then came My One Man Band, and 4 metres away, Just Baz is at the tail of the field and about 15 metres off the leader. The favourite, Franco Aldente, he's getting it all his own way out in front. First quarter in 34.2, and he comes to the turn now with a lap and a quarter remaining, leading by just over 2 metres. 2 on the outside, the Widow's Might, who moved around in the early stages to sit park, so the favoured pair 1-2. Behind the leader, Well Hella Fella's had a cosy trail along. The commissary always on the rail, 3 back, covered up by Tight Able, who's poised to pounce in the 1-1. Here goes My One Man Band, making a move from second last, 3 wide now, around Fast Fergus, who's second to last, and Just Baz getting a 3 wide trail home on the back of My One Man Band, but he's still last and 12 off the leader. Past the half-mile marker, the second quarter slower, 35.5, and still Franco Aldente calling the shots, the favourite under a good hold. He's leading by 1.5 metres. The Widow's Might on the outside moves up closer as they head down the back with 5.50 to go. 3 wide on the track, then came My One Man Band. Behind the leader then Well Hella Fella, still needing a way clear. In the centre, Tight Able is held up. On the inside, the commissary from Fast Ferguson. Just Baz is 3 wide, but still last. Running off the back in 32.1. And the favourite, Franco El Dente, yet to be called upon by Caldo, leads 2 metres. Hard driven, the Widow's Might. Behind the leader then came Well Hella Fella from Titan Able, about to get into the clear from My One Man Band, but at the 200 metre mark, Franco El Dente just went whoosh and raced away from the Widow's Might. Wide out My One Man Band and Titan Able battling on from Well Hella Fella, but Franco El Dente's well clear, and Franco El Dente is going to lead all the way and win the Christmas Cup. Good go for the Miners. Getting up for second, Titan Able, I'd say just ahead of the Widow's Might. My One Man Band maybe fourth. In a further photo over on the inside, Well Hella Fella. Behind them then was Fast Fergus, the commissary, and Just Baz was last. They've finished in 30.4.
And the favourite home, number 3, Franco El Dente, never in doubt. $1.50 and $1 even, over 6 Titan Able, $2.70 with 8 the Widow's Might for third at $1.30. 368 Yarra Glen, race 6, the Cup there, the Christmas Cup. Now Canterbury, Zarouche at 5.40 is firmed up. Zamalane is now into 3.30. 4.90 lacks the music. Then September Mist at 4.80. Balciano Miss at $11 with Untrue $11. Prevailing Night at 21, and Cappuccino Kid is now at $16. Now Stony Creek, Andre Stad number 4, 410 160, 2 Lev Vos Ruler at 210, and 1 Gossips 140. Quinella paid 20.10, and the 421 trifecta 121.60, race 6 Stony Creek. At Tutira, they're on the track for this next event there, which is race 6. And we have some late mail here from Nick. It is What a Great Guy. John Keating is the rider. And What a Great Guy is at $8.90. Beaufort Miss, $9.50. $8.70 Stoneleigh Road, $6 Leap and Twist. Prince Azim at $13. Sweet Comeback at $7.80. Supreme Grinder at $5. Tyson's Isle, $5.10. Tasunki Hinsa at 25, $8.90, What a Great Guy, and 25, What a Question. The tips there from Adam are 7, 5 and 9 in race 6. Okay, they're moving up at Canterbury for the running of this 6th event over the 1900. One scratching number 5 in a field of 8 to run as we take you back to Terry Bailey.
Zamalane had no luck last time out in the race won by Alamani. Finished a very good third. Was beaten 2 lengths on that occasion in a slowly run race. Prevailing Night about to move up. Zarouche out of line and Zamalane to move in. Nice breeze coming across the track. We might get a thunderstorm late this afternoon. The humidity has been quite high. Now here's Zamalane moving in, and we're just about all set. York about to bring Zarouche up to the gate. September Mist and Cappuccino Kid and Untrue Balciano Miss stood well. And they're all set for action. This is race 6 of the day, and they're ready to jump. Racing. Untrue on the inside seemed to scramble at the start near the fence, and Cappuccino Kid was the first to land on terra firma. Zamalane out wide on the track, and Prevailing Night going up, and Untrue kicks up to make a line of 4. September Mist settles 5th on the outside of Balciano Miss. 2 lengths Zarouche and 2 lengths away. Settling back at the tail of the field is Untrue, as Lax the Music now goes up to be second inside of the leader, which is Zamalane. Lax the Music's going to kick up on the turn out of the straight now and share the front with Zamalane. Cappuccino Kid third. Prevailing Night's been forced wide. September Miss pushing through in the centre, and Balciano Miss has got right up on the fence. Prevailing Night was so wide, the wide has now taken him to the front. Zarouche second last, and at the tail is Untrue. Around that next bend at the 12.50, and Cappuccino Kid's moved up on the outside of Prevailing Night, but Prevailing Night led a half length. A length away is Lax the Music inside of Zamalane. 2 lengths September Mist around Balciano Miss. Zarouche on the inside, and Untrue whipped them in. Down the back at the 1,000 metres mark, and Prevailing Night tugging for more rain. He led just on a length on Cappuccino Kid. 3/4 away the inside is Lax the Music, beautifully placed now. They were followed by Zamalane fourth the outside. A length further back Balciano Miss, September Miss, Zarouche, and at the tail of the field is Untrue. 700 metres to go on the next bend coming off the back, and Prevailing Night. He's done plenty of work out in the lead. He led by 3/4 on Cappuccino Kid. Lax the Music is snookered on the inside of Cappuccino Kid, and Munt's about to come deep on Zamalane. 2 lengths September Miss. Zarouche Zarouche around the outside. Balciano miss on the fence, and Untrue hook to the extreme outside as they turn. 350 out. Prevailing Night, the front runner. Lacks the Music, the inside, about to get a run from Zama Lane, and Zarouche coming with a good run. At the 300 metres mark, Prevailing Night, the front runner from Zama Lane. Lacks the Music looking to get out, and Zarouche on the outside. They still haven't got Prevailing Night at the 100 metres. Zama Lane's trying hard. Prevailing Night in front. Zama Lane inch by inch getting to Prevailing Night, but not quickly enough, and Prevailing Night's too good. He leads nearly all of the way to win from Zama Lane, and Lacks the Music, and then Zarouche. They were followed next of all by Balciano Miss, September Missed, Untrue well back, and Cappuccino Kid was the tail ender. Prevailing Night for Kevin Moses, who rode such a good race on Monet's Cove yesterday to win at Rosehill Gardens. Went straight to the front, and Prevailing Night has dug very deep, and he's been a mile too good. Number 8 at $22 for the win and $4.80 for the place. Zama Lane second, Chris Muntz. Well, he gave her every conceivable chance. She got into the clear coming around the bend, but she was unable to pick up the eventual winner. And we're waiting for the third number to be posted. Lacks the Music or Zarouche on the outside. There's Sally Rowe returning to scale to await for Kevin Moses to come back to same on this 4-year-old by Proud Night. So on the dam, in fact, even on the dam and Sire's side, he's probably not bred to handle the extra journeys by Proud Night, who is a real 1,000-metre specialist out of Sushi, an Osmunda mare. And Prevailing Night has stuck out the 1,900 metres too well. He's outstayed them in the home straight. Zama Lane's got second, and Lacks the Music in third position. He seemed to knuckle at the start, Lacks the Music. Got up
Race 6 of the day. Tyson's Isle bouncing around in the outside gate. A couple of attendants are in there. He leaps in the air at the start, Tyson's Isle, and as the gates opened, he missed it a couple of lengths. And beginning quickly is Leap and Twist, with What a Great Guy going through near the fence is Stoneleigh Road. Sweet comeback in that leading group as well with What a Question. Leap and Twist, and Tyson's Isle is now charging up towards the front. So with a lap of the track to go, and on the outside, What a Question with Tyson's Isle deeper out have gone up to join Sweet Comeback. They're still going pretty hard in search of the lead here. 2 lengths away fourth is Leap and Twist, with over on the inside Stoneleigh Road. Next in the field is Supreme Grinder. 2 or 3 further back in the race to What a Great Guy. With them is Beaufort Miss. 2 further back to Prince Azim and Tasunki Hinsa. Up towards the 1,200 metre point. What a Question in front, leads by a length on Sweet Comeback. Third now Tyson's Isle. Fourth the inside Stoneleigh Road from Leap and Twist. 2 to Supreme Grinder. A similar break then comes What a Great Guy. Beaufort Miss up on the outside. 2 lengths to Sunki Hinsa, and Prince Azim is last of all. They've been going along at a good clip all the way. 1,000 to go, and the leader is What a Question by just over a length to Sweet Comeback. Third Tyson's Isle. Fourth is Stoneleigh Road. Then Leap and Twist, a length and a half Supreme Grinder with Beaufort Miss. Next back in the middle, What a Great Guy from Tasunki Hinsa. Prince Azim is last of all, and they're starting to pack up off the back. Some of these leaders are struggling, and I'm not surprised. Tyson's Isle and Sweet Comeback quickly put paid to What a Question, and with 600 to go, Sweet Comeback just in front. Tyson's Isle now under the whip, and moving up on the outside is Beaufort Miss, and Leap and Twist going up to tackle the leaders, then followed by Stoneleigh Road to Sunki Hinsa. Tyson's Isle, well, he'll run nearer last than first. He's passed by What a Great Guy, and then followed by Supreme Grinder, but up to the turn, Sweet Comeback, Leap and Twist, and the grey Beaufort Miss is joining in. 2 lengths to Sunki Hinsa, and then What a Great Guy in the straight at Sweet Comeback still in front, leading from Leap and Twist, Beaufort Miss, and then Stoneleigh Road to Sunki Hinsa the outside. Sweet Comeback in front, she's starting to stop. Out wide to Sunki Hinsa is grabbing Sweet Comeback to Sunki Hinsa, and I'd say to Sunki Hinsa may have got up to win here from Sweet Comeback. Third's a photo. What a Great Guy is there with